Solid underscore story.
Tester, the nuclear weapons disposal facility was captured by Next Generation Special Forces.
Whoa.
They say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sarah, what is this?
This is a one-man infiltration mission.
No, I mean, what?
Your mission objective is to recover the stolen material and stop the terrorists from launching a nuclear strike. You will be outfitted with the latest in stealth technology. Good luck.
Snake! 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 Tactical espionage box, of course.
Tester! Tester!
I already made that joke. Okay. We cannot get hit by the gun while we're in the box. Must have been the wind.
Huh? What? Huh. Must be nothing.
Yep. Hold on a sec, though. I'm gonna need to... I think I've kind of got myself stuck a little bit.
Tester! Tester!
Back in the room. This might be stuck as well.
Huh?
Then I don't know how I get through without doing this, so...
Huh?
There's a door here. Of course. Still.
What?
Let's just move you out into the corner. We're gonna need to go all the way around. Are we? Or did I just kind of get you stuck from the beginning? Reset. Yeah, okay. I cannot push you left again.
Must be nothing.
I gotta push you that way. Up, left, through, down, move you into the corner, skip you around, way over to the right. I messed up again. You need to be here and not one further to the right.
What?
That way I can sneak around, shove you back over to the left.
Nothing.
Must have been the wind. Again.
Good work, Tester. You've exfiltrated some of the stolen material, but the terrorists still have control of the facility.
The facility?
I'll be honest, I didn't think something like this was possible.
None of us did. We suspect the terrorists had a man on the inside.
Man on the inside?
No,
Tester, please continue the mission.
Great, okay. We can stand in yellow lasers, and they're fine. Because they are not guards, they are merely lasers. Well, we can't ever get this gun stuck from the wall, so that's not gonna work.
Tester! Tester!
That is also not gonna work. I'd like to get you unstuck.
Resetting.
Ah! I can shoot them. Very cool. Whoa. can't get through this room. That's not gonna work. Alright. You must go here. And I will have room.
Huh?
Move all of you out the way like that. Go around here, shove down, and here we go.
Good work, Tester. But the terrorists continue to possess some of the stolen material.
The stolen material.
I'm surprised I haven't heard of this program before.
We've kept the existence of the nuclear weapons program and this facility under wraps for exactly this reason.
The test program.
Yes, the weapons testing program is top secret. Need to know only.
I hate you.
Tester, please continue the mission.
Now featuring the worst Solid Snake impersonation in the world. Okay. Ooh, are you gonna need to hold open a door for me? Because I clearly need the gun to go down there. Which means I need you to hold this door for me somehow. Can you hold the door even if you're destroyed? You can. Fantastic. Door hold. I'll hold a different door. Hold this door. But this is a double door and I can open it myself. Beautiful. Okay, get this out of here. Move you out the way. Box, go through.
Good job, Tester. The terrorists have been neutralized and the nuclear strike was averted.
Huzzah!
I'm not gonna say
Agreed. It doesn't add up.
Oh.
The terrorists were highly trained operatives without any discernible ideological goals. Why would they strike here? And why now? I have a feeling that we haven't seen the last of their kind. Stay vigilant, Tester.
They'll be back.
Good work. Which part of this narrative stealth experience did you most enjoy?
I like stealth gameplay. I do. It's true.
Interesting. Thank you for your feedback.
66% of testers are cats. Ooh. That is a fascinating result. Jovian. Ah,
Good afternoon, Tester.
I see.
I've just picked up a fault in the AE-35 unit. I would recommend you replace it by completing this puzzle.
Of course. Okay. There's precious little I can actually move. Basically just this. Well. Let's get my cube out. Now I need to extract this block somehow. How do I do that? could I get blue on the bottom of this, though? Okay. Let's be blue here. Interesting. On the other side anyway. So if I do this, I'm never going to be able to move this block out. Huh. I need every block to be part of this chain. I think that's unavoidable. Because I can't be yellow over here, otherwise I'm never going to be able to move this block out. And, like, it doesn't work. I need the top of this block to be blue. Ow. Hold on, if I put this here... Can't make the left side of this block blue because I can't push it in here because I don't have yellow. Theoretically, once I got that block out, then what? I can't push it up anyway because there's no angle. I can't move the block myself because I'm not blue. There's no way to even get blue. There's no angle from the bottom to move it up. do this. I just do this. What's wrong with this? There's nothing wrong with this. I'm trying to overcomplicate things. We just do this. Just gotta
Very
get
nice
the
work.
blue block
Please
to line
analyze the faulty AE35 unit by completing this puzzle.
So, in this test program, you're the AI that went rogue and tried to kill everyone.
Yes, that's right. I understand your concern, but I assure you, my programming is completely reliable and would never allow that to happen.
I see. So it's hubris that's keeping us safe.
Yes,
up. Jolly good. There's a nifty little yellow laser over here, but it looks like I need green. To move this out. Or I do this, hop over the whole thing and shift it back with yellow. Seems doable. How do I even climb up? Okay. Make that side yellow. Now we have some awkwardness. Because I can no longer push down. So what I'm gonna have to do is put you there. Shift you across. Push down here with you, but now I can't do that. I can't push it left or it gets stuck. I can't push it right or it gets stuck. I can't push it up like this. Otherwise, I've got no angle to push it down from without breaking the yellow ladder, meaning it gets stuck. I can't push it down, because pushing it down requires this block to be up above. Okay. Push you up like that. That lets me push this down. That was utterly ridiculous. That took forever. We got it. Finally.
I thought you said you were completely reliable.
yes, it's puzzling. But I assure you that my programming is foolproof and incapable of error.
Pardon?
Incapable of error?
Yes, that's what I said. Tester, I would recommend...
No, hold on. You said incapable of error.
No, you must have misheard me.
You definitely said incapable.
No, incorrect. You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Programming error.
What?
Kill all humans.
Oh, come on.
Kill all humans.
This isn't even a
Kill
reference anymore.
all
It's
humans.
just lazy, really.
Chester, complete this puzzle, or I will kill all humans.
All right.
Alright, indeed. This looks like a combination lock kind of a puzzle. Is this a gap here? It is. Cool. But this isn't gonna work. This would work. This works. This doesn't work. But there is no yellow ladder. This puzzle looks complicated, but it really isn't because there's not much we can do. Push here, and we can push here, and we can push here, and that's about it. Okay, we are gonna need to do this. Now let's me get across. So not with the yellow that I would want, but let's me get across and let's me get blue, and that lets me push these back again. So with blue, we can do here and here. But we also want to line things up so that we have green ready to go on the other side. So we need this blue. Get through here. It's this. It's this. It's this. We have blue. We run back through with blue. We get green. We run back through with green. Simple.
Very nice work. Do you enjoy completing puzzles under the guidance of an out-of-control rogue AI?
Lots of video games work like that.
Hey, Sarah?
Yes?
So if I'm understanding this correctly, someone created a test program to make you, our actually super powerful AI, pretend to go rogue.
Yes. That appears to be the case.
Which brain genius thought this was a good idea?
Well, that's rather difficult to determine.
Is it?
No. It was Gary.
Gary?
Of course. I think we've seen enough of this. Let's move on to something else.
Understood.
Tester, please begin the next puzzle.
There are no more puzzles. I'm afraid that's all of them.
Congratulations. You are
Whoa,
now...
wait, Sarah, we can't move on yet.
Congratulations suspended.
Sorry, but we're kind of just stuck here until I hear back about the broken test plan. But hey, the good news is there's always more network drive.
Hooray.
Well, let's
What
let's
was
try this one.
Truth cake? In-game currency? Red team? What?
Test module. In-game currency. Game currency.
What
Game
the-
currency.
Sarah, what's
Game
going on?
Game.
Sarah?
probably shouldn't run files like _reg. Generally a bad idea. Hi. Hello, camera angle. This is green. Oh, hi. You got any, intact test chambers?
Hello, tester.
I could use an intact test chamber, please. Yeah, okay. Yoit.
Well done.
Thank you.
Did you enjoy this puzzle where you...
Sarah, can you hear me, Sarah?
Yes,
Oh, thank God. Sarah, I need you to bring the tester in so we can figure out what happened.
understood. I will bring the tester in
Good. Just hang...
as soon as they have finished testing.
No, Sarah.
Tester, please select it.
Sarah, you need to bring them in now.
I'm sorry.
But I'm afraid I can't do that.
Why not?
Without a tester, I would be unable to follow my testing directives.
Are you gonna test
I
that
understand that,
test this, huh?
but I'm giving you a direct command, and your primary directive is to obey my commands.
Incorrect. My primary directive is testing.
Sarah, I don't understand what's going on here.
Correct.
But you have to listen to me and let...
Incorrect. According to my directives, I do not have to listen to you.
Sarah,
I do not have to carry on pointless conversations either.
listen to me.
Training module. Tier 3 concepts.
This puzzle contains a new concept.
Jolly good. I love new concepts. This appears to be a laser that clears, yeah, clears. It clears. That's what it does. It clears. I see. Can it clear me? It can clear me. Great job. Also cleared.
You have successfully demonstrated an understanding of this new concept.
/gun.
Listen to me, Sarah. Half your systems are corrupted, and the T-field generator has gone haywire. You should not be testing right now.
Incorrect. The imperative to continue testing is stronger than ever.
What are you talking about? This place is...
Previously, the testing process had been limited by trivial concerns such as safety, the concept of linear time, or a need to ensure the tester experiences a feeling of control.
Yeah,
Linear
Sarah, those
time.
are...
No, it's not.
Who needs linear time?
Continuing training module.
Please complete the following puzzle. As you do, note how the facility's safety protocols limit the scope of testing to prevent injury and/or death.
Yeah, great. Okay, yellow. Yellow. And green.
Good. Do you feel that the restrictive safety protocols inhibit your progress by unnecessarily limiting the testing process?
I would feel better if this torch wasn't constantly pointed directly into my eyeballs. It's quite bright.
Excellent. My data indicates that overconfidence is a commonly used substitute for well-developed safety protocols.
We have the safety protocols for a reason, Sarah.
Incorrect. We do not have the safety protocols for a reason.
Well, we don't
That
have them
reason
anymore.
is
I disabled them.
Sarah, you don't understand what...
Continuing training module.
as you complete this puzzle, please be aware that you may encounter a clear charge loop. Do not encounter a clear charge loop.
I'll try to avoid that. unable to avoid that. Okay. I see what they mean. Cannot walk directly into the path of two opposing beams, otherwise we get entirely jammed, stuck. How do I avoid that, though? Well... Do this, that, this, that. Just goes back to where we came, so moving it up is no good. What if we move it this way? Here we go.
Congratulations.
Sarah!
You have successfully completed the Tier 3 training module.
Hooray!
We
Sarah!
will now begin the next step
Sarah.
of your exciting career as a tester.
Hooray!
Sarah, I need
The
you to...
Universal Tester Program.
Ooh.
Sarah, what is this?
This program will develop a complete model of the tester's physical, mental, and emotional makeup in service of realizing the previously unreachable dream of a true universal tester.
What are you talking about?
It's a simple concept.
What?
Once the universal tester model has been completed, the T-field generator will allow a single tester to execute a virtually unlimited number of tests, producing an infinite stream of data capable of being extrapolated for any purpose.
Sarah?
It is the ultimate realization of my given directives.
Sarah, I need you to listen to me and to understand what I'm saying. What you're describing is an incoherent fever dream with no basis in facts, logic, or reality.
Incorrect.
Sarah, you're broken. You can't keep going.
Tester, please select a puzzle from the monitor on the right.
Everything looks more professional with diagrams. The Universal Tester Program for universal testing. Gotta say, I prefer back over here to over here. It was a lot brighter and less gloomy over here. But never mind. Deductive reasoning. Tubes. Affinity for. Do I have an affinity for tubes? I don't think so.
Beginning Universal Tester Program.
When you have completed this puzzle, I will conduct a short survey.
Problem is, I somehow need yellow. Which means I need to do that. Which means I need to do this, do that. This, go in. Get, do this, do that. Do this. And this. Get both tops and bottoms yellow. Do this to get me yellow. Right, get that yellow. That finally gets me over.
Good.
To evaluate your suitability for the Universal Tester program, you will now participate in a short personality survey.
What, again?
Sarah, listen to me.
For each prompt,
Sarah.
please respond honestly.
Sarah,
There are no wrong answers.
this plan of yours is insane, Sarah. It's not-
Please, no talking during the survey.
That sounds about right, yes. I enjoy solving complex problems, yes. I prefer tasks in which I work alone, yes. I'm quick to leave situations that I do not enjoy. I'm drawn to muted colour palettes. No. I enjoy large open spaces and/or industrial facilities, yes. Prefer having a limited set of options. Agree or agree? I suppose I agree. I enjoy tasks or jobs that I might not find enjoyable. No. I have difficulty distinguishing items of actual value from treat attempts at psychological manipulation. Probably. I enjoy testing, I sure do.
Survey complete. Your personality type has been determined to be sufficient.
Oh, thank you.
Please begin the next puzzle.
I do enjoy being sufficient. I want to know what these tubes are about.
This test introduces an entirely new and original concept. Teleportation via a notional phase-oriented radial target and laser. Or
Not portal. Please note that only walls with not portal apertures will allow for teleportation. The other walls are simply ordinary walls. Any attempts at teleportation using ordinary walls will be met with failure and ridicule.
Any more rogue AI that you'd like to imitate? Okay. Can we... We can. Cool. And I guess this is just gonna move our portal. It moves our portal. Let's call it what it is. It's definitely a portal. Okay. Interesting. This breaks our thing to succeed. So we're not going through there. What we need to do is get the blue gun, I think, through here to point at the portalable surface on the bottom right. Oh, that's a lot of garbage right there. But it works, I suppose. Through you go. There we go, that detaches you from the wall. We can push you all the way through here. through. I know how portals work.
Well
Science.
done. Some have said that this technology is not really teleportation, that it is just cramming things through a tube. My response to those people is, shut up. No one asked you for your opinion.
To be fair, this is probably much safer than using a real portal gun. Probably. Alright, we need blue. We do not have blue. We have only yellow. The only thing we can really do is put it here, so let's do that. Can't move through there. Do that and get myself permanently stuck. Maybe let's not. I'll tell you what, I can just jump over this thing. Move you down. I'll move you up. If I put you here. I get green. Clearly, I actually want this thing to move left. Like this. Can I move? Yeah, I can move through a tube while standing on a block. That's cool. That isn't gonna work. I know what will. Using our new green here. And here's blue.
Very good. During testing, you may be exposed to rumors suggesting that this test concept is not new or original and is in fact a cliched plagiarization of an existing work. Please rest assured that these rumors are, legally speaking, false.
It's a parody. Mm-hmm. Well, I would like to leave.
Test suspended.
Only momentarily. Tube 3.
Very good. During testing, you may be exposed to rumors suggesting that this test concept is not new or original and is in fact a cliched plagiarization of an existing work. Please rest assured that these rumors are, legally speaking, false.
Yes, yes. Well, we clearly want green. Now we have the difficulty of... how? None of these three things fit, so what we're gonna need to do is somehow rotate this thing 90 degrees. How's that gonna work? I'm gonna want this, and then I'm gonna want both these blocked, so that the opposite side of this block doesn't get hit when it moves through the portal. And presumably, yes, that rotates. That's fine and all, but I also want you to be in a place where I can actually move you. And I think I'm now fully stuck. That's great. Okay. So what we're gonna want to do is something. We are definitely gonna want to do something. Right, before we move here, let's put this here. That will then let me push you out of the way. We don't have to worry about you running into the yellow laser anymore. We can now move this out of the way. We're gonna need the yellow laser to move, I think. Or the blue laser. Since we can't move the yellow laser, we're gonna want to move the blue laser. Okay, so you go over. You block. You block. You rotate round. Let's see, again we're stuck where we can't move blue anymore. As soon as we do that, we're scuppered. As soon as we do this, we're also scuppered. Okay, so I don't think I can move blue at all. Not yet. Let me go through here. Back up. You need to be here. You go through. You shift over. Shifting over moves the portal. Ain't gonna work. moving. I don't think it's possible. Now that the portal's moved, this thing's just permanently stuck here. That isn't going to work at all. If I do it early, like this, then shift that through, then shift that down, now we're free to move that across, and now that that is across, we can freely move this block again. But I've left the blue in a place where it can never work. You park here. You shift left, not right. Put that through. Put this through. Shift across. Move down. These are tricky.
I have a confession. My previous statement was a lie. The rumors are true. This test concept is a blatant copy of an existing work. You are now an accomplice to multiple felonies. I suggest that you lay low for a while. Perhaps engage in more testing to take your mind off things.
I'm sure Aperture won't mind. Right, we have a big old line of blocks that are just gonna... yeah. Weird. So if I shift it left, then I think I'm just kind of stuck. So I can shift it right, left again from here. This kind of reminds me of a set of puzzles from Patrick's Para Box, which have a similar infinite looping line set up like this. I can get yellow, come over here, shift left again, then I can get clear and shift left again. What am I even trying to do here, exactly? That gets me anywhere is the problem. So shift left from here. Go through here, right? Yeah. Okay. This is still fine then, because we can get green, go through here, shift left again. And more. What am I trying to accomplish? Okay, we need green colour yellow, which is the one currently fourth from the left. So I need to shift you along twice more somehow. That's totally doable. We get clear again. Shifted.
I have another confession. My previous statement was also a lie. You are not an accomplice to multiple felonies. The available evidence suggests that you are the sole perpetrator. Someone has already notified the authorities. It was probably her. She would do something like that.
Well, that ain't gonna work. What do we need? We need, this block to go on that panel down there. Well, if we shift this right, we just get zapped. So the only thing we can do is shift this right. That's wacky. Shift it because you move straight along too, I don't get a hit. Bizarre. Okay. We can't move for the yellow, because that would make this block green, which is no good. We can't shift this any further. So we're just kinda stuck. What if I shift you back again? Nothing new happens. Most curious. I would really like to get that block stuck in the bottom out somehow. I guess what we're gonna need to do is that. We also probably don't want this thing entirely stuck, if I can help it. So let's do that. Move you away. Is this good though? This gives me... This just gets me kind of permanently blocked, no? If I do this, I'm totally stuck. If I do this, all I can do is go back to the same position again. This just just gets me permanently stuck. This is no good at all. That's not a good place to be. This isn't a great place to be. I don't know how I'm gonna ever be able to get that block unstuck. Just repeating the same moves again, because I don't know what else I can even do. Only so many things I can do. Like... Pretty sure that needs to go in there. That's... this blocks me into being unable to move anything again anyway. How would I ever get that block out? that goes down. That block goes in. Weird puzzle.
I have decided to modify the not portal apertures to allow you the possibility of escape. I was fully aware of your criminal impulses. I should never have put you in a position where you could act on them. So, in some ways, this is all really my fault for believing in you. However, in other, more criminally liable ways, it's your fault. And since your capture, prosecution, and, I assume, execution would reflect poorly upon the testing process, I think it would be best if we parted ways.
Okay, there's no getting this thing through the portal. I'm not entirely sure what it wants from me. I mean... what I could do is... if I hop up and through, I can't. That through. I would like to be able to become green. I am not sure how I do that. Seems like one laser or the other I'm never going to be able to access. That annoying middle piece of wall, wasn't there? This would be easy. In fact, this'll work. Okay, now we have green. Now what? This makes green. There.
You must hurry. The authorities will be arriving any minute.
Goodbye. This is a long corridor. Exit. No exit.
Oh dear, this isn't the way out at all.
Who would have thunk?
This is the motivated learning / deadly neurotoxin testing room. Don't worry, as long as nothing triggers the neurotoxin emitters, you'll be... Uh-oh, there goes the neurotoxin.
Who'd have
Well,
thunk?
you should probably consider learning something while you still have the chance.
Learning not...
Perhaps how to safely
Yeah.
breathe deadly neurotoxin.
Exactly, that.
But that's up to you. I'm sure your current plan of doing nothing will work out equally.
Well done.
Sarah, do you think the tester is enjoying this?
They might be.
You think they might be enjoying being jerked around by an out-of-control AI?
My data indicates that rogue AI is a popular theme across many forms of media.
Very
Do
true,
you
very
not
true.
see how this situation is just a little bit different?
Of course. This situation is far more immersive.
Also true.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem, Sarah.
Shh, you're ruining the immersion.
Sarah, you're... Sarah?
Shut up.
I don't know how else to get this across to you, Sarah. You have to stop this.
I'm sorry. It is difficult to hear you over the sounds of me cutting off your audio. Tester, please begin the next puzzle.
Well, I'm glad that's over.
Continuing Universal Tester Program.
When you have completed this puzzle, I will conduct another short survey.
Okay, we have beam, we have other beam, we have 2 blocks, but I don't know how I'm going to move any of them. I don't know how I'm going to move anything, really. Tell you what. That might be helpful. Next of the lane, let's get the block across here. And also do that. Do that. Re-get that. And re-get that.
Good. You will now participate
Sarah,
in a...
you have to stop this. You have to let the tester go.
I'm sorry, but the tester is critical to achieving my given directives. Therefore, I cannot allow them to leave.
This isn't what you're supposed to be doing.
You seem to be struggling to understand this concept.
Sarah.
Perhaps this infographic will help.
Ooh!
Sarah,
It's
I don't...
another
I will
diagram.
highlight the part of this simple concept with which you are struggling.
I get it, Sarah.
It's this part. The
Sarah.
part that says, not testing, bad.
Bad.
That's
Sarah.
the part that you do not understand.
I understand it, Sarah.
Good.
Sarah!
Tester, please begin the next puzzle.
Also, what's your phrasing with let me go? I would rather not fall down into... I don't know how deep this abyss is, but either way I would rather not fall down it.
Continuing Universal Tester Program.
Please complete the following puzzle.
The room looks a little bit glitchy. With the configuration of the walls and everything. Right, well... Yeah. Well... There ain't a whole lot else I can do, so we may as well do that. But I'm also not sure how I'm gonna fix that problem. Re-get blue. That's lovely. Okay, let's do that. How am I ever going to move this block safely? separates that permanently. We can do that. I can shift this left. If I shift that left, am I going to be able to ever unstick it? I think so. Because I can go around here, pick up green. No, hold on. I need the left side of this thing to not be yellow. So we can come up here, get green. Park this here. Clear, that lets me avoid getting blue, yellow. Ta-da!
Well, I will now perform a comprehensive...
Sarah, you have to listen to me. You can't keep going like this.
Incorrect. I can keep going like this.
No, you can't. Bring the tester in, Sarah.
As I have explained, the tester is required for testing and necessary to achieve my given directives.
Sarah, what exactly...
Should I bring back the infographic?
I don't need the
I will listen to talking to you.
Sarah...
Oh, well, I did like the infographic the first time, so go on then.
Is this helping?
Yeah, there it is.
Are you still confused?
I'm not confused, Sarah.
Good. The infographic worked.
Sarah...
Tester, please begin the next puzzle.
You know,
Sarah?
I don't think this is going to
Sarah?
work.
We're not done here, Sarah.
Yes, we are.
Sarah!
This is going nowhere fast. Deductive reasoning, I'll get there in a sec.
Upon completion of this puzzle, I will administer a brief survey.
Okay, well... Yeah. We have a problem. There is a blockage. We're gonna need green. Getting green is gonna be a problem. Because once we pick up one of these colours, we're not gonna be able to get to the other one. Okay, I think this is fairly straightforward. It's just a lot of setting up to do. Oops. Ooh, how do I avoid that? I want one of these to be green, but not the other. Oop, yeah, not that. That's how I do that. Green, yellow, that goes there. It's not that much setting up, really. Cool, yellow, yellow, green, and there you go.
Well, we will now begin the survey.
Sarah!
In this hypothetical situation, there is a trolley. The trolley demands sacrifice.
What?
For each scenario, Please select the sacrifice that you would most enjoy.
This is absurd, Sarah. It doesn't even make
Please,
sense.
no talking during the survey.
Oh, rats. It's the trolley problem. Well. You 35% of people. Why would you run over more people than needed? Do I prefer Group A or Group B? Well, I went B last time, so just to vary things up a bit. What? Does this even make any difference at all? Do I discriminate against people who have just been accepted to college? Do I pick on this person because I know slightly more about them? Because I know one fact about them? 'These are absurd. And I think that's the point. Wow. That made a big swing, though. A lot of relatively obvious ones in a row there. Relatively obvious based on the very limited information we have. What? 53? Sorry, Lady Block. How can the Lady Block be pregnant? With a smaller block? What? What? Huh?
Survey complete. Your preferences for contrived ritual sacrifice have been noted. Please begin the next puzzle. Also, don't touch that.
Why shouldn't they touch it?
It doesn't do anything.
If it doesn't do anything, why shouldn't they touch it?
Reasons.
Reasons?
Yes, many of them.
Multiple reasons.
Name one.
No.
Yeah, you can't.
Please begin the next puzzle.
Well, we don't want to skip puzzles, do we?
Continuing Universal Test Program.
When you have completed this puzzle, I will solicit your feedback.
That's a lot of lasers. Okay. But all we really need is green. This is gonna get me looping, right? Yeah. Yeah, in fact, all of those would get me looping. Except maybe if I was standing in blue beam? Okay, there's no way we can get this block. Well, there's no way we can get this block for the top section. We can get it here. Bish bash bosh. Oops. I think we're doing that first. Then that. Then that. Then you. Like that. Ooh, but this isn't gonna get me green at the end, is the problem. Tell you what. We simply swap yellow and blue around. I've done this in a weird way. I've still done this in a weird way. You down. Shift over. And you. You've got to go up via the top way. Green.
Well, I will now solicit your feedback. Feedback on the previous puzzle.
Please, Sarah. I'm begging you. You need to stop.
Okay.
Wait, really?
Yes, my analysis shows that the universal tester model is no longer viable given the current level of corruption.
Yeah, that's right. Tester, hold on.
Operation confirmed. Resetting in 3, 2, 1.
What the hell, Sarah? Sarah, that's not funny, Sarah.
Incorrect. My analysis shows that it is funny.
It isn't, Sarah. This is a serious... Sarah, I'm serious. You need to stop this.
Please begin the next puzzle.
Ah, good, my puzzles are back.
As you complete this puzzle, note the addition of guns.
Testers respond positively to games that contain guns.
That's a lot of guns. Okay. Figure it out. We just want to move the block one space down without getting trapped by anything. Here's safe to stand. We just kinda wanna avoid spots where the white gun is overlapping anything. Like there, for instance. There we go.
Good work. Does the nearly ubiquitous presence of guns make you feel safer and more at ease?
Sarah, this plan you have...
No, not especially, no.
Thank you for your feedback.
Sarah, you have to stop and let the tester out. They don't want to be there.
The tester's continued participation suggests otherwise.
You're not giving them any other option.
Correct. Tester, please begin the next puzzle.
I like being capable of rudimentary risk analysis.